friends, my name is Ashley, and today we are going to learn how to make this really adorable amigurumi duck. He is also a beanie toy. I filled him with Great Northern beans. It's so neat. You can just squeeze him. It's so cool. And he sits up on his own, no problem, all by himself. So what I did was I had filled half his belly up with beans, and then the top half I filled up with stuffing, and I did the same thing with his head. I added the beans first and then stuffing. So I do not know what the name of this yarn is, this yellow yarn, but it is a chunky yarn. So what we will be doing is we will use chunky yarn for the body, and for the feet and the beak, I used Lion Brand Mandala in the color Groot. So I used the dark orange, that nice pretty orange that's in that roll of yarn. And it is a number 3 lightweight yarn, and I thought that was pretty perfect for his feet and his beak. So for this tutorial, we will start off by making the head. Then we will make the body and the little wings here as little flappers. And then we will make the feet and the beak. We will sew the feet on, and we will sew the beak on with just, let's see, regular all-purpose sewing thread and needle. And then for the eyes, oh, look at his eyes. Isn't that neat? I watched a video on a channel called Sarah's Hooks and Loops, and she taught how to make these really cute eyes, and it really helps giving personality. I really like the eyes a lot. And for the eyes, I used, let's see, this here is just some regular number 4 acrylic yarn, and I rolled up the white and the black together so I can just unroll it, clip it, and then I got the same length for the eyes that I can use for the white and black, so I got that as well. And we will be using a yarn needle, so you can use whatever yarn needle you want. I do have this set here. I got this really cheap at Walmart, just $2, and it's called doll needles. So it's specially made for amigurumi dolls, and it's got a big enough hole here that we can squeeze our yarn into, and it's got a long shaft here and a nice point. Or you can just use a regular yarn needle, that works also. So I also have this too if I want to use this. Either way, his head's not so big that you can't squeeze in a regular yarn needle. So a regular yarn needle can work fine too. And so for his body with the chunky yarn, we will be using a K 6.5 millimeter crochet hook. And with the number 3 lightweight yarn, the feet and the beak, we will be using a C 2.75 millimeter crochet hook. So if you don't have these exact hooks, if you have something very close to that, that will work really great too. And we'll also be using just a couple bobby pins here. So on Sarah's Hooks and Loops video that she has that teaches how to make the eyes, what she does is, and I made this myself, and I will teach how to make this bobby pin holder, but it's a little amigurumi tulip with the leaves. and I have it to where it fits right on my hand. So while I'm working, I can just grab them and stick them, no problem. So what we will do is, for that video I watched, she placed her bobby pins right at the top and bottom of where she wanted her eyes. And that did help me a lot. And I will show you how to do that. And I will also put the her channel name and the name of the video in the description. So if you'd like to watch her do that, that's fine too. And that will be in the description as well. And you also will need, so what I had done was I had grabbed just some great northern beans, and it was a small 1 pound bag. So the bag was about this size, and I would say I used half the bag total to fill up his belly. So half his belly and half of his head. So you just need half of a 1 pound bag of great northern beans. And the stuffing, just a good clump of stuffing will work. You won't need a lot of stuffing at all. Now his little flapper wings here, his little arms, I did not put any stuffing in them at all. That is just the front and the back, and then pinched and sewn right here at the shoulders. And if you are worried about the beans, you do not have to use the beans at all. You can just use regular stuffing. Now, if you do have small children or babies, I do not advise using beans. These beans could fall out, and beans are a choking hazard for children. So if you are going to use the beans, definitely keep this in a closet, on a shelf somewhere where little children cannot get access to him, because he is very cute. Kids would want to play with this little guy, and we definitely don't want any accidents or anything like that. So definitely be aware that beans are a choking hazard, and you definitely want to keep this little guy put away out of children's reach. So I believe that is all the supplies. Oh, we will need scissors, of course. So you will need scissors. And so I believe that's everything that we need to go over before we begin. I did want to say that if you did want to use beans, but you are afraid of them falling out, you could get just a small little, this says it's a fat quarter, 18-inch by 21-inch. You can use any type of fabric that you want, but I did have an idea. What you could do is you could make a little pouch and stuff it with beans, sew it up real good so it's stitched all the way around, all four corners and four sides. And then what you could do is you could place that little pouch of beans inside this little guy. That way he'll be stuffed well, and he'll still have that weight to him. And that way that could work for you. That way you can make sure that the beans would not fall out of the cute little toy. And I picked this up at Walmart. It was $1.37. Yeah, so that's definitely an option for you if you definitely want him to have the beans, but don't want the beans falling out. Before we begin our lesson, I did want to go over one more thing really quickly. I had made this little guy right here, and I used just regular tension. I didn't want to make the stitches very tight, and that was a mistake. When I did make this little guy right here, as you can see, I followed the instructions exactly like I did for this one, and he did end up slightly bigger than this one right here. So if you would like to make your little doll ducky, and you want to make it just like the original that you see in the thumbnail, be sure to make tight stitches for the entire thing, for his head, his body, his arms, his feet, and his mouth. If you cannot do that, then I would definitely drop down a hook size, and that will help you to achieve the size that you want. To start, we will be using our chunky yarn with our 6.5 millimeter crochet hook. We will start off with a magic ring, and I'm just going to use this easy loop method. So I will stick my hook into that loop, yarn over, and pull through. We are going to make 9 half double crochets in this ring. So we will chain 1, wrap the yarn around our hook, go into the center of that ring. We're going to go up, and we are just going to swing our hook up. We're going to grab it with the tip and pull it down, and that is a yarn under. We will yarn over and pull through and complete. And we will need 9 of those. So that's 1. I'm just going to go up, grab that yarn, pull it through and up, yarn over, and complete. And we need 9 total. I'm going to pull this tail out and then just pull that closed. In the chain of our first double crochet, I'm going to go into that chain, and I will slip stitch join and make a yarn under, and that gives a really nice tight secure join. For row 2, we are going to make 2 half double crochets in each chain all the way around. So we are going to chain 1, and we are going to make the same half double crochets. So we are going to go into that same chain. We're just going to go up, scoop that yarn and pull it up, yarn over, and pull through all 3 loops to complete. So we'll wrap the yarn around our hook, go back into that same chain, yarn under, grab it, pull it through, yarn over, and complete. We're going to do this all the way around in each chain for a total of 18 half double crochets. We're going to go into the first chain of our half double crochet. So our first half double crochet chain, go right in, yarn under, and slip stitch closed. For row 3, what we will do is we will make 2 half double crochets in our first chain, then the next chain, 1 half double crochet, then the next chain, 2 half double crochets. So it'll be 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1. all the way around. So we will chain 1, same chain here for our first stitch, 2 half double crochets. Next chain, 1 half double crochet. Next chain, 2 half double crochets. Next chain, 1 half double crochet. Next chain, 2 half double crochets. And we are repeating this all the way around until the end. At the end of row 3, we will slip stitch join in that first half double crochet. For row 4, we will chain 1, and our pattern will be 2 in the first chain, in the second chain, 1 half double crochet, in the third chain, 1 half double crochet. So our pattern will be 2, 1, 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 1, 1. So in the same chain here, 2 half double crochets, next chain, 1 half double crochet, next chain, 1 half double crochet, and that is our pattern. So we will start our pattern over, 2 half double crochets, next chain, 1 half double crochet, next chain, 1 half double crochet. Then we'll repeat again. And we are at the end of row 4. We will slip stitch join in that first half double crochet chain. For row 5, we will begin our decreases. And I'm just going to adjust the head. That way the head starts to curve like this. It'll start to curve kind of like a bowl. We will chain 1. In the first chain, which is the same chain, and then the second chain, we are going to make 1 half double crochet 2 together. So we will yarn over, and what we will do when we decrease, we are going to insert our hook into the front loop only of that chain. We're going to dip our hook down and insert it into that second chain in that front loop only. We're going to go up, yarn under, pull through both of those front loops. So I have 3 loops on my hook, yarn over, and complete that half double crochet decrease. And the next 2 chains will be 1 half double crochet, 1 half double crochet. So the next 2 chains, no decreases. So go into that next chain, make 1 half double crochet. Go into that next chain, 1 half double crochet. Now we will repeat our pattern. So the next 2 chains here, we will combine those 2 chains together and make a decrease. So we will go into the front loop only of that next chain, dip our hook down, insert the tip of our hook into the front loop only of the next following chain. Go up, twist our hook, grab that yarn by yarning under, 3 loops on our hook, yarn over, and complete. Next chain is just 1/2 double crochet. Next chain, 1/2 double crochet. Now we begin our repeat over. We're going to make that decrease. And then the next 2 chains, just regular 1/2 double crochets. And then I will repeat the pattern again. We are at the end of row 5. And we will find that chain for that 1/2 double crochet. We will make our slip stitch join. For row 6, we will chain 1. For row 6, we will make our decrease in the first 2 chains. So we'll go into that front loop, dip our hook down, insert the tip of our hook into the front loop of the next following chain, yarn under, pull through, 3 loops on our hook, yarn over, and complete. In our next chain, we will make 1/2 double crochet. And we will repeat this pattern again. So in the next 2 chains, make a decrease onto the front loops only, yarn under, pull through, yarn over, complete. Next chain, just 1/2 double crochet. And now we repeat our pattern again. Front loops only, yarn under, pull through, yarn over, complete. Next chain, just 1/2 double crochet. And then we repeat again. So we're at the end here. We will slip stitch join in that first 1/2 double crochet chain. For row 7, we will chain 1. What we will do now is we will make a decrease in the first and second chain. So we will go into that front loop there, dip down, go into the front loop of the next chain, yarn under, pull through, yarn over, and complete. And we will repeat this in every 2 chains. So in the next 2 chains, we'll do the same thing. Go into that front loop only, dip down, go into the next front loop, yarn under, pull through, yarn over, and complete. We're going to do this all the way around. So we're making decreases all the way around to get this really small and tight for the bottom of the head. In that first 1/2 double crochet chain, we will slip stitch join. And don't worry, we'll still have enough room to put our beans in, unless you want to remove this last row and stuff the head with the beans and the stuffing and then after that, then do the last row. Totally up to you. So let's go ahead and clip our yarn. We want it to be long enough so we can use for sewing, and not to worry, the neck is going to be very, very small. It'll be a very small hole, so we do not need much yarn to do that. Then we'll clip, and we will put the head over to the side. Now we will begin the body of our little guy. And we will start here at the bottom. So we'll start here and we'll work our way around in a circle. And then we'll just keep going up. And then we'll start to decrease right in through here for the shoulder and neck area. To begin the body of our duck, we will need to make a slip knot. We will be working from the bottom up. We will need to chain 5 chains. For row 1, we will be needing to make each half double crochet in the back bump only. So we will turn our chains to the back here, and we will see these back bumps sticking out. We will be working into the back bumps. In the second chain from our hook, in the back bump only, we will make 2 half double crochets. Yarn under, pull through, yarn over, pull through all 3. In the next 2 chains, in the back bump only, we will make 1 half double crochet in each. In the last chain in the back bump, we need to make 2 half double crochets. And since we worked into the back bump, we have this nice chain-like ridge here at the bottom of our work. What we will do now, we will continue to work around and into these chains you see here. So we have 4 chains here at the bottom. And by doing that, we will create a nice little oval. So in each of these 4 chains here that we see at the bottom, we are going to make 1 half double crochet into each chain. Yarn under, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through all 3. So every half double crochet that we make, we will be making just like that. Yarn under, pull through and up, yarn over, pull through all 3. So this will give us, let's see, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This will give us 10 half double crochets. We will slip stitch join into that first half double crochet of our row. And now we have this nice little oval here. For row 2, we will chain 1. In the first 2 chains, we will be making 1 half double. We will be making 1 half double crochet in the first 2 chains. So in the same chain we slip stitch joined into, we'll make 1 half double crochet. The next chain, 1 half double crochet. In the next 3 chains, we will make 2 half double crochets in each of those 3 chains. In the next 2 chains, we will make 1 half double crochet in each. In the next 3 chains, we will repeat what we did on this side for this side. So we will make 2 half double crochets in each of those 3 chains. We will now slip stitch join into that first half double crochet. For row 3, we will chain 1. In the first 3 chains, we will make 2 half double crochets in each. So in the same chain here that we slip stitched into, we will make 2 half double crochets. In the next 2 chains, 2 half double crochets. Excuse me. In the next 5 chains, we will make 1 half double crochet in each. In the next 3 chains, we will make 2 half double crochets in each chain. In the remaining 5 chains, we will repeat what we did on the opposite side. So we will be making 1 half double crochet in each of those 5 chains. We will slip stitch join into that first half double crochet chain, chain 1, for row 4, in the first chain we will make 1 half double crochet. In the next chain we will make 2 half double crochets. In the next chain, we will make 1 half double crochet. In the next chain, we will make 2 half double crochets. In the next 8 chains, we will make 1 half double crochet in each. In the next chain, we will make 2 half double crochets. In the next chain, we will make 1 half double crochet. In the next chain, we will make 2 half double crochets. In the remaining chains, we will make 1 half double crochet in each chain. We will slip stitch join into that first half double crochet chain. We will chain 1. For row 5, we will be making 1 half double crochet in each chain all the way around. We will slip stitch join in that first half double crochet chain. For row 6, we will chain 1. In the very first chain, we will make 2 half double crochets. In the next 6 chains, we will make 1 half double crochet in each. We will repeat this pattern all the way around. Next chain, 2 half double crochets. In the next 6 chains, 1 half double crochet in each. At the end, we will slip stitch join into that first half double crochet chain. And so far we have this nice little bowl-like cup, but once we fill him up, it'll spread out just like this. For row 7, we will chain 1. We will be making 1 half double crochet in each chain all the way around. We will slip stitch join in the first half double crochet of our row. For row 8, we will chain 1 and we will repeat row 7, 1 half double crochet in each chain all the way around. We will slip stitch join in that first half double crochet, chain 1. For row 9, we will begin our decreases. In the first and second chain, we will make our half double crochet 2 together. So we will insert our hook into that front loop only, dip our hook down, insert into the next chain of the front loop only, yarn under, pull through, yarn over, complete. We will make 1 half double crochet in each of the next 5 chains. So in that next chain, 1 half double crochet, next 4 chains, 1 half double crochet in each. And I am trying to make my stitches as pretty much as tight as I can, just so the beans don't fall out. We will now repeat our decrease pattern. So in the next 2 chains, we will go into the front loop only and make that half double crochet decrease. Next 5 chains, 1 half double crochet in each. That half double crochet 2 together. Then we will slip stitch join, chain 1. For row 10, in the first and second chain, we will make our decrease. So we'll go into the front loops only. Make that half double crochet 2 together. In the next 4 chains, we will make 1 half double crochet in each. We will repeat our pattern. So in the next 2 chains, go into the front loops only and decrease. Next 4 chains, 1 half double crochet in each. In the very last chain, make 1 half double crochet. And then slip stitch join into that first half double crochet chain. For row 11, we will chain 1. In the first and second chain, we will make a decrease. Go into that front loop only, dip down, go into the next chain of the front loop only, and make that decrease. This time we will make 1/2 double crochet in the next 3 chains, and then we will repeat our pattern. So the next 2 chains, make that 1/2 double crochet 2 together, decrease. Next 3 chains, 1/2 double crochet in each. In the last chain, make 1/2 double crochet, and then slip stitch join. For row 12, chain 1. In the first and second chain, we will make our decrease. And this is our last row. So it is up to you if you want to do this last row after you stuff your the body of the duck. If you want, we can go ahead and do that really quickly while stuffing. And then after that, that way we have a big enough hole to do that. And then we'll add the last row. So let's go ahead and grab your beans and your stuffing real fast. So I have my beans, and I'm just going to grab a handful here. And what I want to do is I want to fill him up about halfway. So this is what the body looks like so far, and we will fill him halfway up with the beans. In 1/2 pound bag, you should be able to make 2 of these duckies with one whole pound bag. You can make 2. So for each ducky, you will need half of the 1 pound bag. And really, it's up to you how much beans you want to put in. And then we don't need that much stuffing at all. So we still want to be able to have him full, but yet squishing. And I think that's nice. I can still squeeze him and move the beans around nicely. And now we can complete row 12. For row 12, in the first and second chain, we will make that 1/2 double crochet 2 together in the front loops only. In the next 2 chains, we will make 1/2 double crochet in each. And we will repeat. Next 2 chains, make that decrease. Next 2 chains, 1/2 double crochet in each. And repeat. Next 2 chains, decrease. Next 2 chains, 1/2 double crochet in each. Next 2 chains, decrease. Let's see, we have 3 chains left, so in these last 3 chains, 1 half double crochet in each. And that gives us a perfect little hole to sew our head on. And like I said, this last row of your head, if you would like more room to put the beans and the stuffing, you can remove that last row, stuff it just like we did here, and then complete the last row of the head. But the stitch count should be about perfect, and then we will, after it's sewn all on, or after it's stuffed, we will, what I did with this little guy here is I sewn on the mouth and added the eyes to the head before I stitched it onto the neck. That way it was easier for me to maneuver it. So that is what we'll do for the end of the tutorial. At the end, that is when we will sew the head onto the shoulders. So for here, we will slip stitch join in that first half double crochet. Our yarn tail does not need to be long at all. We will take this and create a loop. We will grab that yarn tail and pull it through, and then we will pull it tight to bind it off. Next, we will make his cute little arm flaps. Now it is time to make the cute little arm flap. And I wanted to show you on this cute little guy here. So we have this cute little arm flap that we're about to make. I already have one made here. It's an easy few rows, so we'll get that done fairly quickly. So grab your crochet hook and your yarn. What we are going to do is we need just a little bit of a tail to use for sewing. We're going to make a slip knot. We are going to chain 8 chains. We're going to go down the front of our chains, readjust our hand. We're going to go into the back loop of that very first chain. Pinch, grab your working yarn, yarn over, and pull through. And I'm just going to tighten that just a little bit. So we have our 8 chains. We created a ring. We will chain 1, and we are going to make half double crochets. And I'm looking for the back bump. And if you look, it kind of just sticks up at an angle right there. So I'm just going to squeeze into this back bump here. I'm going to make that half double crochet. We're going to make 1 half double crochet in the back bump of each of the rest of the 7 chains. And I like to just use my nails sometimes to help me to grab that back bump. And I'm making my half double crochets just like I did before. Go in and I yarn under, and then yarn over and pull through and complete. And it kind of looks like I have one more, but I'm going to count my chains or my half double crochets. I have 8. So I know that's not a chain to be worked into. And now it's time to slip stitch join. So I'm going to slip stitch join into the chain that I made my first half double crochet in. I'm going to flip this out, that way this outside, the front of the half double crochets is facing out. I will chain 1. For row 2, we are going to decrease in the very first chain. So what we will do is we will go into the front loop only of our first chain, dip down, and go into the front loop only of our second chain. Yarn under, pull through both those front loops. I have 3 loops on my hook, yarn over, and complete. And the rest of these chains, we will just be making 1 regular half double crochet into each chain. And I have my finger inside of this just to make it a little bit easier for me to have a nice grip. And just rotate it. And then make that half double crochet in those chains. And that there's my slip stitch join, so that's not a chain. So I will slip stitch join into the first half double crochet. And also I wanted to say, if you ever want to watch me make my stitches in slow motion, or if you ever wanted to fast forward any video of mine, what you do, tap on the middle of the video, you'll see little settings. You'll see a little tool. It kind of looks like a little bolt up at the top. Click that and you'll see this little box will pop up and it'll say playback mode. Click that playback mode and you'll see all the different settings. You can watch it in fast forward motion if you want. You can watch it in slow motion if you want. And I think that will definitely benefit you in the future. So to get back to what we were doing, we're going to chain 1. For row 3, we will repeat row 2. So in this very first chain in the front loop only, in the front loop only of that second chain, we'll make that decrease. And then the rest of the chains will just get 1 half double crochet into each chain. I want to pull this, that yarn tail out of the way for me. And this is our last row for the wing. So you'll need to make 2 of these wings. And you'll need your yarn needle, whichever type of yarn needle you would like to use. So we're at the end here. So I need to slip stitch join. And here's our wing. And what we're going to do is we're going to grab our scissors. This right here, it doesn't need to be real long or anything, just long enough to stitch this top here. So this, I'm just going to pull this through. I'm just going to pull that through. And this is the last of that third row here. And we'll use this strand to sew it to the ducky. So here we go. We have just a few chains here, and we just want to stitch this together and stitch it closed. I'm just going to go in through the top chains here. And there we go. And now I'm just going to weave this in and out of some threads going down this direction here. And that's good. Just going to clip it. Move that out of the way. So now I have two little wings here. And you can choose if you want them to go this way on your duck or this way, however you want. I will probably choose this way. I think this way looks good. So we'll be sewing it on just like this. So we'll put that to the side now. So our next steps, we have our head, we have our body, we have our wings. The next step we need to do is we need to make the feet and the mouth, the cute little beak. So go ahead and grab whichever yarn you want to use. Now I'm using a number 3 lightweight yarn. And this color just came off of a large skein with a lot of different colors. I used Lion Brand Mandala in the color Groot. And this is the dark orange section. They have a light orange section also on that rolly yarn. But this is the darker orange. So I'm going to be using this with a 2.75. It's a C hook for this number 3 lightweight yarn.